Hey you guys, welcome to another tag video. This is made by, my brain just died. It's been a long day. I've done kind of a lot today, and oh, welcome a new member of my family. This is my son, Jack. He's beautiful, yes. You will see him more probably in the background of videos and obviously on Instagram. He's posable and I love him. He's like the best skeleton guy I could have. I did want to get a bigger one, but he was 15, the same price, like he was the same size as the one at Walmart, which is the one I was going to get, but he's posable. So he was $15, so it's like $5 more for posability. So I got it. Anyway, back to the tag. This is a tag made by Shelby, and this is the Art for Art's Sake tag, which I think this is an awesome tag. Anyone, I feel, can do this tag. I mean, you don't have to be an artist to do this tag, I feel. So feel free to do it. So question 1. If you have a favorite artist, who is it? And my favorite art period is definitely the Renaissance. So I love like Michelangelo, Leonardo, like all the turtles. And then I also like Da Vinci. He's one of my favorites. Okay. Well then. Here, I'll silence my phone. Hopefully that will make the noises not do anything. But like as of recently, I like Banksy, Loish. Oddly enough, I like a lot of artists that aren't, I don't think, American. A lot of them are people like in Germany or Russia or things like that. So that's interesting. I noticed that just now. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And the way I know that is because they're never, on Instagram, their stuff is never in English. So, yeah. 2. What is my favorite style to look at? And like I just said, I love Renaissance. I also like their paintings. I just feel are just so beautiful, and I don't think we have a whole lot of art that is similar to that here in the modern time, obviously. Especially because in the Renaissance there was a lot of, I guess, naked people, so nowadays people are like, oh my god, the human body, disgusting, and I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with the human body, what is your deal? So, yeah, I feel like a lot of the paintings in the Renaissance are so gorgeous, and obviously they're not all naked people, but, oh my god, I'm sorry. Like, I have him propped so you guys can see him better, and I just knocked you over. I'm so sorry, Jack. I just realized, like, that's the name of the guy from the Titanic. It's okay. It's supposed to be Jack, like Jack Skellington, but, I don't know, I also like my Favole card deck. I love semi-realistic, fantasy, gothic, Victorian paintings and art similar to that. And I'm not just talking about paintings, I mean this is like style of paintings I like in general. Not just paintings, but I also like dolls like that, I also like figurines like that, and I also, this has like nothing to do with anything, but I also like comic book styling. I think there's, if it's done a certain way, I like kind of like a mix of classic with a mix of modern comic book styling. No one specific that I can say right now, but yes, that's kind of like the styles that I really like. Question 3. Could you define my own style? My style kind of changes. I sometimes do very cartoony things and caricatures, and then I also do semi-cartoon realistic is kind of what I call it. so it's like cartoony, but it has a lot of shading in it. Or I don't do realism that well, so I've never really done realism. But I do paintings, and then I'll do like, I said this in a previous tag that I kind of also consider my style like rainbow goth. So I'll do a lot of paintings that have like a lot of black and a lot of white, and then I'll splash some color in there. And I just have I just recently just called that rainbow goth. And I also do like love sketchy like work, so every once in a while I'll do that. So my style is kind of a little bit of everything, but more like, I guess, towards the cartoony / comic book side is a lot of the times what my artwork looks like, I guess. And I'm thirsty. What is art to me? Just a second. Excuse me. Art to me, I'm assuming what she means is like, what do you consider is art? Art to me is anything and everything. There is a lot of, like, even like a bookshelf. Someone could go, oh, that's just a bookshelf, but there's a lot of time and effort and just craftsmanship that goes into at least the nicer bookshelves. Like, I have a wooden bookshelf right there where there's trimming on it. There's like these square pieces at the top that have like embellishments on it, and there's like, I find art in a lot of things and a lot of different stuff. Like there's vinyls, dolls, paintings, sculptures, statues, even simple things. I like the art part of it. And I think that's just because I'm a very creative person, so when I look at something, I think about it in like my creative, like almost think of it like a creative filter. like someone could go like, here's a Pringles can, and I'm like, the craftsmanship that went into that Pringles can. Not really. There's a Pringles can right there. I'm saving it because I have a plan on doing something with it, so it's just in the corner right there. So that's why I said Pringles can. But y'all know what I mean. Like dolls, and even what I guess you could call stock dolls, or like the dolls you get straight out of packaging. I feel like those dolls are art to me. I feel like a lot of time and effort went into the clothing, the sculpting of the doll faces. Like when I clean off a face in a lot of videos, I'll go, like, I will literally like get all up happy and like I'll get excited about the face mold, because I just like that about a lot of dolls, especially Monster High. I feel like Monster High is really good about putting, maybe not so much now, but their older dolls, they were really good about putting a lot of detail in the face, like very predominant eyes, different shaped lips or noses, ears, different stuff like that. And I rambled on, but which that's kind of like the point of this, is to somewhat ramble on and kind of just show your enthusiasm about the things you like in art. So that's kind of like what art is to me, I guess. Have you any favorite images that you have bookmarked, saved, or downloaded? Really, I don't like save any other person's work, but like I've said, some of my favorite people. And when I think of a person, when I say a person is my favorite artist and one of my favorite artists, I like all of their work. I don't really like one singular piece, or a few singular pieces. I usually like almost all of it. Sure, some won't be like my favorite, but I also like it. Let me go on Instagram. But some of my favorite ones, like I just took this picture today of those two back there, and I love the way it looks. I'm getting better at making the pictures look old, which is what I try to do with them, because I feel like that's an aesthetic that works for them when I'm taking pictures of them. I also have this picture right here that my friend, she's Ducky on Instagram, and what is her, this is her DeviantArt, and this is the art she did of Kira, and I absolutely love it, and I've seen other pieces of her work, and she's absolutely awesome. Hopefully one day I can, like, either commission her or trade for maybe a few more pictures, not just of Kira, but like of a couple of my other dolls. And hopefully it doesn't seem like I'm being vain talking about my own pictures, but these are like the only things that I necessarily save. I don't know, I'm weird like that. I don't really save and bookmark other people's art. I don't know, maybe that's weird. But here's a little sample of my art. If my camera would get it together. So again, like I do have like a cartoony like look about my art. And some of my favorite pictures are of Kira, or not Kira, well, Kira and Alex, but mainly those two. They're like some of my favorite dolls to photograph. Let me see if I can. I also love just going out and taking pictures. Photography is another one of my favorite things to do, and that is art as well. Don't think it's not. Like I said, anything to me is pretty much art. Here we go. This is a picture I took a long time ago. And this is just something I snapped. I like the way the environment looked, and I took the picture, and it ended up having this beautiful lens flare. And I love it. Hey, here's a picture of a picture before she was done. But, yeah, hopefully I answered that correctly. But I love a lot of people's pictures. Like Shelby, actually, I love a lot of her pictures. She's really good at, I feel like she's really good at photography. Like she claims that she is not artistic in any way, but I feel like photography to me is a very artistic thing to do. So, you know, there's a lot of eye that has to be in photography to make a nice picture, and like, yeah. 6. What has influenced you in your own style? I get influence from pretty much anything. I am a huge cartoon fan, also comic book fan, so obviously there's influences there. And then I also kind of get influences through, and these are just a couple of the things that I'm saying, but, like my friends, or even my friends' work, I've kind of gotten influenced in. Yeah, it's kind of like a general look at my influences. Like I said, I also like really gothic work, and sometimes that's what I do. So yeah. Oh, I guess my style is very comic book-like. Because there's various styles of comic book art, so I don't know, I never thought about it like that. I guess my style is kind of comic booky, especially my drawings, which is what I do the most often, is like my drawings of characters. So how does my style impact my own art style impact on my dolls? Obviously they're very gothic looking, they're goth, and like I said, my style a lot of times is like rainbow goth, and I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, so a lot of my style is like rainbow goth, like I said, so a lot of the times I will have very gothic like attributes to my dolls. I also am very color themed with my art style as well. So like say I'm doing something with a lot of blues, I'll also put little bits of purple and sometimes green in there, but I'll also like really stick with blue colors. I'm very monochromatic like that. I think I used that word correctly. So, cause like if you look at the Phoenix sisters, like, oh, they're very one colored orientated, I guess is a good way to put it. Like, Fee is very orange, orange, and yellow. There's a little bit of red in there, but she's mainly like red and yellow, everything, with bits of black and copper and stuff like that. The older sisters, it's an S. It's been a while since I talked about them, so I'm starting to lose their names. But the white one, she's white and light blue, so everything is mainly like white with accents of light blue. And then it's the same thing with the other girls. And it goes like that with Kira, although BJDs are a little different. I don't really... like, they have a tribal style, but they don't really specifically pinpoint their art. I don't know. They have a unique style, I guess, that doesn't really 100% fit into what I would say is my art style. They obviously have my art style, but in a different way. That isn't something I do, like, all the time, I guess is a way to put it. And 8, feel free to elaborate on all of the above, and by all means add your own question, which I am. If you were to do another art style, if you were to like want to do some other art style of any sort, what would you do? Like, would you want to start doing pastel work, or would you want to start doing like oil paintings? And I mean this by anything. Like, I mean, if you're a person that does paintings all the time and would like to start doing dolls, that would be an answer right there. Or if you're a person that does paintings all the time and wants to try photography, that's kind of what I'm getting at with that question. I will add it below. It will be the 9th question. And yeah, for me, I have done pretty much a little bit of everything. I've done, I think oil painting is the only thing I've never done. So I would like to try and do oil painting and pastel, like artwork. I just don't, it's not my go-to thing, so it's just not something I've really had a chance to do. But it's something I want to at least try to do at some point. So yeah. I think that's gonna be it. Hopefully I didn't like ramble on too long, and hopefully I didn't like speed through this. Because if I did, I'm sorry. I'm excited, so I'm just like, and that's kind of what happens when I get excited. When I get excited, I kind of talk really fast, and I'm also really loud. So sorry if this is like I'm screaming at you. Yeah, I really like this tag. This is really fun. If you guys want to do it, feel free. I will leave the questions below, and I will also have links to Shelby's channel and her question video, and depending on when I get this up, if she actually does her tag, depending on when that is, I'll also probably put that up somewhere. Probably videos here, subscription thingy right here. So, there. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Say bye. Yeah. Say goodbye. To people. Bye. Oh my god, how did that happen? You turned it on with your leg. Oh my gosh. He knows how to you know how to YouTube already. He grows up so fast. Bye.